national anthem up just behind the processional. All right, here we go. Accent this. Ready?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Alan Marble, and I'm president of Missouri Southern State University. I'd like to welcome you to our winter 2015 commencement ceremony. Please rise if you are able and join me in the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Please join me in recognizing the Missouri Southern Show Me Gold program for the presentation of the colors. They did a great job, didn't they? And thank you, Dr. Rick Espinoza and the Missouri Southern Orchestra for a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. You did a great job. Thank you, Rick. You may be seated. To begin, I would like to introduce our platform party. Starting on the right of the stage, we have Ms. Cheryl Dobson, a registrar, Dr. Ron Mitchell, Dean of Students, Mr. Jared Bruggerman, Director of Athletics, Dr. Wendy McGrain, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, Mr. Rob Bust, Vice President for Business Affairs, Mr. Darren Fullerton, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, Dr. Brad Hodson, Executive Vice President and Executive Director of Missouri Southern Foundation, Dr. Paula Carson, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. And now from the left of the stage, Dr. Deborah Brown, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. John Grossbeck, Dean of the Robert W. Plaster School of Business, Dr. Tia Straight, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Dr. Richard Miller, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, Mr. Michael Franks, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. Keith Hankins, Member of the Board of the Governors, Ms. Allison Hershaway, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. Bill Gibson, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. James Flyshaker, Chairman of the Board of Governors, and Ms. Kelly Hopkins, our guest speaker, who will be formally introduced in a few moments. So there are a few ceremonial activities that date back as far in our history as commencement. It's a time-honored tradition that has deep symbolic meaning. The significance of having earned a college degree is an important designation in our society because it serves as a doorway to future success, upward mobility, and civic responsibility. During today's commencement ceremonies, more than 340 students will cross this stage and transition from students to alumni. For every one of them, it's been a personal journey. And for many, earning that degree has been a challenging experience. Some of you in this graduating class overcame enormous challenges just to be here today. whether that meant juggling family responsibilities or working 2 or even 3 jobs. You made your way through school. A few of you are international students who traveled thousands of miles to pursue your dreams in a new country. No matter your circumstances, all of you are to be commended for the courage and tenacity you've shown, and you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. But I'll bet you didn't reach this milestone by yourself. Most likely, you were surrounded by friends and family who are always ready to support you, all those long hours of study that you had to put in. So students, I think we should recognize your family members. So I would like for the parents of these graduates, spouses, children, please stand up and be recognized. Let the students give you a round of applause. Stand up, please. And graduates, you should also know that you're sitting here today because our terrific faculty judged you worthy of the scholarly credentials that you're receiving. And I know our faculty members take their responsibilities very seriously, and they've led you through a rigorous yet rewarding course of study. I think it would be appropriate for our remarkable faculty to stand and be recognized for the essential contributions they've made to your education. And I'd also like to ask our emeritus and retired faculty to stand with them. So please join me in saluting our faculty. It's a great group. At this time, I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker, an alum who has spent much of her career both in the classroom as a teacher and as an executive with the Missouri School Board Association. Kelly Hopkins earned her undergraduate degree in education from Missouri Southern State University in 1982, her Juris Doctorate in 2001 from the University of Missouri-Columbia. After graduating from law school, Ms. Hopkins served as staff attorney for the Missouri School Board Association and as the association's Director of Education Policy until 2008, when she accepted the role of Associate Executive Director. This morning it is my privilege to introduce a Missouri Southern alum and a true champion for young people. Please join me in welcoming Kelly Hopkins.
I'm being live tweeted today. I've never been live tweeted, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I know it's good for you, because all of you can look at your phones and still act like you're paying attention. Congratulations to the graduates and their families and friends who've helped them get to this point. I'm honored to have the opportunity to address you. I graduated from Missouri Southern, as did my husband. He did it twice. My parents both retired from the university, and they're joining us today. Funny story about my parents. They used to meet with the parents of new students, of freshman students who were just coming in, and tell them what to expect. We have 5 children in our blended family, and their presentation mostly involved telling stories about us. They would highlight some of the bad choices we had made, some of our funnier failures. They did not actually use our names, or so they told me. But they would finish by assuring the parents that we all turned out fine, and we were successful and functional members of society. I guess they were trying to make the parents feel better by making their kids look sane compared to us. I'm going to share my life experience with you today. Not that my life has been so amazing. No, but because I am a walking example that even though life interferes with your plans, you end up where you're supposed to be. When I started at Missouri Southern, had my life planned out. I was going to get a business degree, I was going to law school, and I was going to become a big-time corporate lawyer. I also knew one thing for certain: I was not going to get married. It was just not in the plan. The truth is, I didn't even know what a corporate lawyer did. I knew they worked long hours in fabulous offices with magnificent views, doing lots of paperwork and making lots of money. I was attending Missouri Southern on 2 scholarships. One was academic, and one was a scholarship to be on the debate team. I'd had some success in high school in the speech and debate world. Some of you may have done that as well. I should have been hanging around the School of Business, networking with professors and with the business majors, the future business important people. However, instead of hanging around with the business people, I found myself spending all my time with the debate and theater folks. I thought they were a lot more fun. It did not take me long to wave the corporate lawyer future plan goodbye and change my major to education. I was going to teach high school speech and debate. In my defense, I didn't have much of a choice. 90% of my family are involved in education. My parents were teachers, my sister is a teacher, my spouse is a teacher, my uncles were teachers, my aunt is a teacher, my sister-in-laws are teachers. My niece is a teacher and her twin brother married a teacher. I will spare you the list of cousins. My whole life centered on education, so it was natural that I ended up there. By the way, who are my education graduates? Who are my teachers? Thank you. We are demanding more of our teachers than ever before, but rather than being recognized for their efforts, they are widely criticized, usually by those who don't know a thing about teaching. I understand, and I hope you understand what a noble profession that you are entering into. Okay, back to my story. The first part of the plan was blown. I was not going to be a lawyer. The next thing that happened was that I fell madly in love. So madly in love that I skipped classes to be with my love and lost a scholarship when my GPA dropped. Undeterred by my lack of income or common sense, I, the person who swore never to get married, got married during Christmas break of my sophomore year in college. That was 37 years ago this month. I started teaching. I was restless. I decided to be a principal. I made a plan. I earned my master's degree from Missouri State University, which was Southwest Missouri State University at the time, by attending part-time. Then I decided, once I was a principal, I should get my doctorate. So then I could be a superintendent. I could be in charge. But I just hated the idea of writing a dissertation. So I made another plan. Actually, I went back to the original plan. I would go to law school. The resulting degree was a doctorate, and there was no dissertation to write, just a big hairy test at the end, and I could do that. So my husband and I sold our house. I sold my beautiful Firebird with T-tops. We bought a single-wide trailer, moved to Columbia so I could attend law school at the University of Missouri. Remember my plan to be a superintendent? Didn't happen. I interned at the Missouri School Boards Association, which is a not-for-profit that supports school boards and public education. They hired me, and I've been there ever since. So I started out to become a lawyer and became a teacher. I then decided to be a superintendent, but then became a lawyer. So much for plans. It's kind of funny when you think about it. When I got my bachelor's degree, I was here, so I was a lion. I was a bear when I got my master's degree, and my law degree, I was a tiger. So lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. As a commencement speaker, I am empowered, perhaps even required, to give you all some advice. So here goes. Based on my life, my plans, my good and bad choices, and everything that's happened to me, I offer the following advice. First, plan, but don't get too focused. If you are too focused in one direction, you may not notice the options that are appearing in your peripheral vision. I don't want to get too philosophical, but I believe all of us have a number of available paths we can take. For example, I don't think I ever would have been happy in that corporate world, even though I might have made a lot more money. I think my side trip into education just set me up for the perfect job for me. I believe that when you are on the right path, things seem to fall into place. When you are on the wrong path, obstacles keep appearing. Now, the traditional advice is you have to plow through. You have to push through those obstacles to get to where you plan to be. I have a different view. I think you should step back, and you need to see what messages those obstacles may be sending you. There may be lessons there you can learn. You may need to go around the obstacle or sideways rather than push through. 2, own your mistakes. Tired of people sloughing off their mistakes on other people. Admit them. Mitigate any harm they caused. Analyze them for any lessons that you can learn. Compartmentalize the memory. Don't dwell on it, and move on. 3rd, don't think too much. Don't overthink and analyze every decision you make. Yes, before making a decision, you should consider options and do some research. I don't buy an appliance without checking out consumer reports. You should also ask others and get their opinions. That's part of doing research. But keep track of how the advice from them turned out. I have a coworker that I always ask, should I go see this movie? And if they say yes, I absolutely avoid it, because I know our tastes are completely different. If you spend too much time making that decision, the opportunity may pass. Also, as you are making your decisions, make sure you listen to your inner voice. Whether you believe that voice is God, or your subconscious, or something else, pay attention. As a general rule, if your inner voice is saying, is this a good idea? It probably isn't. When someone says something or does something that you find offensive, always assume they are just ignorant or maybe stupid. Don't assume they are mean. If you assume that everybody who offends you is acting maliciously toward you, it will make you a very bitter and paranoid person. And most of the time, the truth is, they are ignorant or stupid. Finally, that's the word you've been waiting for, finally, consider the life philosophy I practice. It may not be right for you, but it sure worked for me. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, champagne in one hand, strawberries in the other, body thoroughly used up, totally worn out, screaming, woo-hoo, what a ride. Enjoy your ride.
Could we please have one more round of applause for our wonderful speaker today, Ms. Kelly Hopkins. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing this day of celebration with us. At this point in the ceremony, we are excited and proud to recognize our graduates for their academic accomplishments through the awarding of their earned degrees. We will start with the master's degrees, followed by the bachelor's and the associate's degrees. Would the faculty please rise to present their candidates for graduate degrees? Will all the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty, we present these candidates for you for the conferring of the Master of Science in Criminal Justice and the Master of Accountancy degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Missouri Southern State University, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of the Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you. Faculty, you may be seated. Will the candidates for the master's degree please proceed to the stage?
Joseph Allen Hinson. Jeremy Michael Mather. Ethan A. Schwab. Jocelyn Ann Brisson. Stephanie L. Gray. Caitlin Joyce Jager. Erica Nicole Russell.
Would you please join me in giving all of these scholars another well-deserved round of congratulations. Master's graduates, you may be seated. Faculty, may I invite you to please stand as the baccalaureate degree candidates are presented. Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I present these candidates to you for the conferring of the Bachelor of Science, the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Fine Arts, the Bachelor of General Studies, and the Bachelor of Science in Education degrees.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of Missouri Southern State University, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Candidates, please be seated. Faculty, please remain standing for our presentation of the candidates for the associate degrees. Will all the candidates for the associate degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I present these candidates to you for the conferring of the Associate of Science degrees.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of Missouri Southern State University, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon each of you the associate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please be seated. We will now proceed to the presentation of diplomas. Will the first row of baccalaureate and associate degree candidates please proceed to the stage?
Mr. Carl Tucker, accepting in memory of his wife, Anita Tucker. Annie Michelle Duff. Lauren Ashley Delgado. Dejan Demon Dancy. Kaylee Elise Sear. Christian Sky Crum. Ashley Hope Clarkson Tomlinson. Dustin Michael Cates. James Norman Case. Shelby Renee Cagle. Regina J. Brown. Donna Jean Britt. Zachary Evan Bradley. Molly Jo Lynn Greer. June Elizabeth Abrams. Christopher David Adams. Taylor Costello Best. Joshua A. Dunlap. John Randall Earp. Hattie Fall. Saif Eldon Farouk. Bradley Scott Feenan. Marissa Kaylin Gard. Ryan M. Lechner. Amber Marine Lane. Dae Song Jong. Jeremy David Jones. Lisa Diane Jarnigan. Catherine Amelia Ivy. Jatim Marie Hovis. Kurt Lauer Hausch. Joshua Thomas Horton. Megan Elise Hernandez. Stanley Zuki Herr. Cami Lee Giraldi. Amy Nicole Goodwin. Van Edward Hackett. Bo Travis Hamlin. Kristen Victoria Hanna. Olivia Ray Harris. Philip David Ledbetter. Aaliyah Y. Leonard. Tanya Marie Lonero. Lloyd Luapula. Caitlin Grace Martin. Zachary Allen Millard. Alexandra Noel Starks. Susan Glenda Lee Smith. Callie Elizabeth Smith. Luce E. Sheets. Claire Amelia Rorty. Parker Richardson. DeAndre Jermaine Reese. Holly Isabella Ratliff. Grace Marie Randolph. Anthony DeMonte Price. Nicholas Mariano Polizzi. Rebecca Marie Northern. Samuel Lee Miller. Victoria Allison Miller. Austin Reed Morris. Holly Joanne Murray. Lauren Michelle Myers. Dakota Allen Newby. Sharon Beth Adams. Ryan Christopher Anderson. Joshua R. Aubrey. Hannah Gabrielle Blevins. Rex Jr. Bertram. Jesse James Coleman. Wendy S. Moore. Mahogany Jamise Jones. Julian T. Young. Peng Yang. Chi Yang. Nicolette Renee Wise. Mason Scott Whitman. Sarah Elizabeth Turner Hill. Chelsea Renee Tatum. Ashley Renee Taffner. Caitlin Marie Sullivan. Mandy Janelle Stewart. Nathan Taylor Conley. Krista K. Duhan. Ashley Rachel Jeter. Barry J. Green. Shayla S. Hood. Erin Marie Holt. Travis Allen Coffey. Ronald Kyrie Crawford. Kevin Anthony Cutbirth. Kelly Ann Daniels. Caleb Lee Irwin. Eric Thomas Farrell. Carmen Leanne Harris. Chelsea Renee Hamilton. Amber Lynn Gruing. Sharinda Lee Campbell. Shaylee Grace Brown. Cecilia F. Bartholet. Heather Dawn Wright. J. Lee Walker. Jessica Renee Wagner. Carly Page Thomas. Shelby Nicole Sunderland. Ryan Devon Solomon. Nick Ben Floyd. Caleb Lloyd Faulkner. Julian May Foster. Christina Suzanne Galt. Ronali Canedo Jimenez. Wan Sin Go. Dakota Christopher Going. Kristen K. Kane. Alicia N. Looney. Justin Bradley Malone. Amy Sue Martin. Luis Julian Martinez. Morgan Katie Perry. Philip John Parsons. Samuel Eli Overfelt. Christopher Irving. Michael William Hungerford. Stephen T. Holman. Holly Alexandra Hobson. Vanessa Hernandez. Kylie Nicole Herda. Haley B. Hekala. Jacob Allen Harris. Aaron Michael McDonald. Daniel Stephen Merritt. Susan L. Mersing. Gary Raymond Montgomery. Michelle Dawn Nading. Dalton Jeremy Ogle. Wilkie Giovanni Ordonez. Kyle Edward Selby. Ngosa Simbiakula. Musie Habte Solomon. Kelly Cameron Streeter. Andrew Dice Thomas. Dylan Merrill Walker. Amanda Lynn Tracy. Gina Kim Scott. Michael A. Seiss. Brandon David Rosanna. Oscar Rosales. Jennifer Lynn Rice. William Alexander Reyes. Jennifer Leanne Rawlings. Benjamin Guy Rasmussen. Fernando Ramirez. Shannon T.A. Anastopoulos. Jordan Christopher Baker. Eric A. Biggers. Charlena Ray Boo. Angelina Michelle Boyd. Lindy M. Brond. Shauna Sue Brooks. Lita Suits Chandler. Ashley Brooke Clune. Aubrey Michelle Cooley. Courtney Ray Cook. Timothy Robert Daniel. Mackenzie Celia Hayden. Nicole Marie Hart. Brianna Joy Faircloth. Katrin Lynn Eby. Megan Renee Dotson. Megan Marie Dillahay. Michael A. Delacalci. Alexander Robertson Woodard. Kendall Ryan Williams. Douglas Patrick Williams. Cecily Jane Washburn. Whitney Owen Ward. Austin Terrell Jorgensen. Katie Elizabeth Schmidt. Michael J. Jurgens. Haley Elizabeth Julian. Stevie M. Kinzer. Leslie Ann Largent. Devin Breon McFall. Colton M. Richards. Kirsten Nicole Robertson. Haley Renee Sawyers. Teresa Michelle Simon. Adam Lynn Spencer. Raymond Schlotterbeck Woolvet. Aaron Conrad Wilcox. Stephanie Suzanne Wellesley. Jessica Rose Waldo. Cassandra Gale Underwood. Brooke Leanne Swadley. Bethany Lynn Sutherland. Scott Alexander Stockham. Hannah Dawn Johnson. Jacoby Carl Heimer. Cannon Bland Hoover. Taryn J. Holt. Jonathan David Holes. Joshua Todd Thompson. Jamie Lynn Taylor. Jessica Lee Mackey. Tiffany Nicole Merriman. Cherokee Raven Miller. Brandy Frost Morris. Bethany Rose Mullins. Donna Marie Nesbitt. Shelby Nicole Newell. Cheyenne Lynn Padilla. Les Eugene Reinhardt. Evan Zachary Zupan. Joey Ziu. Jamie Paulette Wolf. Stuart John Quinn. Taylor Danielle Arcuri. Nicole Danielle Brooks. Kylie Morgan Molinaro Ironman. Danielle Simone Ford. Brooke Marie Hulsey. Stacy Michelle Jones. Savannah Rose Laster. Kayla Marie Wood. Haley Crane Wren. Edwin Ray Breitenkamp. Aaron S. Obert.
Ladies and gentlemen, You will notice that a number of the baccalaureate graduates are wearing one or more Missouri Southern State University honor cords. As we recognize these graduates and explain what each honor cord signifies, please hold your applause until all three groups have been identified. Will the wearers of the green cords please rise? This cord is worn by the baccalaureate degree recipients who have completed the Missouri Southern State University Honors Program, a highly enriched and challenging four-year curriculum. Thank you all. Please be seated. Will the wearers of the green cords, the gold cords, please rise? This cord is worn by the baccalaureate degree recipients who have met the requirements for the National Honor Society Alpha Chi. These students have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 or higher after completing 7 semesters of study at Missouri Southern State University. Thank you. Please be seated. Will those who wear the braided blue, black, and white cords please rise? These cords denote active membership in Omicron Delta Kappa, the National Leadership Honor Society. Membership selection is based on 5 qualities: exemplary character, responsible leadership and service in campus and community life, superior scholarship, genuine fellowship, and dedication to democratic ideals. Please be seated. The meaning of additional color cords proudly worn by our graduates today are listed on page 19 of your program. May I also direct your attention to the section of the program which identifies the candidates recognized for honors listed on page 6. Missouri Southern State University awards academic honors in 3 levels for both the baccalaureate degree, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, and the associate degree, first honors, second honors, and third honors. Will all of the candidates for academic honors listed in the program with a baccalaureate degree or associate degree please stand? Included in this prestigious group are 8 students who have earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Family and friends, please join me again in offering congratulations to these scholars. You may have also noticed a number of graduates wearing sashes. These are being worn by graduates who studied abroad, with the sash representing the flag of the country where he or she studied. A list of these graduates and their country of study can be found on page 16 of your program. And now, President Marble will lead the turning of the tassel, a symbolic, meaningful, and much anticipated part of our ceremony. The turning represents the graduates' evolution to the next phase of their lives and careers, and confirms that the struggles and sacrifices of the past few years have been well worth it. For now, these graduates enter the prestigious Academy of Accomplished Scholars and College Graduates.
Well, graduates first, let me be the first to congratulate you for your achievements and the world of opportunity that awaits you. And in keeping with the long-standing tradition of the Academy, graduates, please rise. And at this time, please turn your tassels from the right to the left. Would you all join me in congratulating these graduates?
Please remain standing as we welcome Grace Randolph, vocal performance major from Raymore, to the stage for the singing of the Missouri Southern State University Alma Mater. She will perform the Alma Mater once as a solo. The second time through, the audience is encouraged to join in. The Alma Mater is printed on page 18 of your program.
We honor thee, shaping and guiding our destiny. After we have parted, as the years roll by, we'll keep each memory. Hail, hail to thee, our alma mater. We honor thee, shaping and guiding our destiny. After we have parted, as the years roll by, we'll keep each memory. Hail, hail to thee.
Family, friends, and new alumni, please remain at your seats for the recessional as the faculty lead the graduates out of the ceremony and into their futures.